However, you could have waited till she got home to be like, girl, these wigs is cute, but you need to get back down to the TikTok, okay? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brenda Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brenda Yvonne. Y'all already know here in my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. This video, we are talking Owns Love and Marriage DC. This is season 7. I'm sorry, y'all, season 2, episode 7, Love and Lace Fronts. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to all of the new subscribers. Y'all been showing up, showing out. Y'all even been commenting, let me know that you guys are subscribed. So I just thank you. Much love to you. Keep supporting the channel. Share it with a friend. Continue to comment down below. Let me know what you think of this episode. I apologize for being late because I know a few of my consistent commenters who like to watch Love and Marriage DC. So I apologize to you for being late with this video, y'all. Sister got busy and sister got tired, okay? I'm tired tonight and I have to go to bed early. I'm doing too many things at once as usual, y'all, but y'all didn't come for that. Anyway, let's get into the episode. The episode was cool. It wasn't like one of their best episodes, but it was cool. I mean, I feel like it's laying the foundation for the explosions that are to come. There's a lot of scenes I was disappointed with, and I will explain to y'all why later on when we get there, okay? So the episode actually opens up where they left off at Ashley's Say That-ish event, where she got all the girls together basically to make a scene, right? And Erana is saying, why is winter here? Why is winter here? And Alicia, I think, also wanted to know, why is winter here? So Ashley said her and Winter talked, and you know, they're trying to come to some common ground. You know, they're not going to be best friends and kicking it or nothing, but they got to, you know, get along to get along and all that good stuff. They got to film together and do the show, y'all. Okay, that's what it is. Winter said in her confessional, like, you know, doesn't matter what other people think. You know, we got to get uncomfortable. She doesn't care because she wants these girls to come to her romancipation event, okay, and celebrate her. So then somehow we got on the topic of Charelle, and the thing is, when Erana was saying, like, okay, Charelle, you're friends with Winter. So basically, Erana feels like Charelle became friends with Winter to get Charelle, like, to be on the I Hate Ashley and Erana bandwagon, basically. And at first, I wasn't agreeing. I was like, well, no, like, maybe they really are friends. Like, I don't think they're friends to gang up on Ashley and Erana. Now, I don't think Charelle's trying to gang up on Ashley, like Charelle said. Like, I have to agree with her on that. Like, Charelle said she don't get down like that. She like Winter, but she not getting down on a let's get together and hate Ashley thing. Now, did Winter seek out Charelle to build her own alliance? Possibly. Okay, maybe not, but possibly, right? So I don't know. I feel like it could go either way with that one. Erana was saying they don't look right, they don't look right, they don't look right. Charelle was like, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say. She said, I like to get to know each other, people first. You know, I know, Joy, you wouldn't understand that. And Joy was piping up about something, but I'm like, Joy, you don't even know the Winter drama, girl, so don't even worry about it. You know, when I looked at Charelle good this episode with the shirt and the makeup and the hair, I liked it. I think it's the bottom half of her outfit I can't work with. The bottom half wasn't working with the top half for me. Is it just me? But I actually liked the hair and the makeup and the shirt. Like, when I seen it all come together, I liked it. It's just the bottom half maybe wasn't working for me. Anyway, so the girls was fussing back and forth like they do. And then they finally, you know, came to agreement about moving forward. And Winter said, you know, she wants them all to come to her event. She gave them their invitations. Ashley acted like she was scared to open the box. Somebody, is it a bomb? And oh, girl, stop playing. And so then she said she's going to perform her Gutter Barbie song there. And so they played it. And so in the song, she's talking about getting together with her girls or something. And so then Alicia's like, oh, so you want to be a Gutter Barbie? She's like, yeah, in this song. And so she was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was never a diss track. She don't know how that rumor got started. I thought she started that rumor, but I don't know. And so she said, Charelle's husband, Black, he doesn't do that kind of music. And, you know, it's basically celebrating Gutter Barbie. So Alicia was like, oh, okay, like, I like that. You want to be a Gutter Barbie. Like, okay, now let's celebrate it. Gave her a high five. Ashley seemed cool with it. I'm not sure if Erena's cool with it. And so now we can celebrate being a Gutter Barbie. I do want them t-shirts and that jacket Erana had on that said Gutter Barbie. That was super cute. When they went to that little pink pop-up event thing that Ashley and Alicia had. Anyway. All right, so that scene is over, thank God. So then we see Joi and Clifton going down to the soul food restaurant. Y'all, that food looked amazing. My DC people, please let me know the name of that restaurant so when I get to DC, I can go there, please. Put it in the comments, please. And we see Carmen. I said, come through, Carmen. Y'all remember Carmen? She was on the same season of Ready to Love that Clifton and Joi were on, right? And so remember, Carmen came and got the mess started. So I was happy to see Carmen. So Carmen met up with them. Carmen asked Clifton how his back is doing. He has some kind of nerve issue going on with his back. The nerve is touching the bone or the spine or something, or pinching nerve, something. Anyway, he has to have a surgery. Joi said this is the first time she'll be with him when he has surgery, and she want her baby to be okay. So that's good that he has Joi to be there for him. And we pray that, you know, everything works out good with your back, Clifton, okay? So, Carmen was asking Joi, you know, how's this new friend group you're in, girl? She was like, oh, you know, I like hanging out with Erana. The only one I'm really close to is Erana. And she's like, yeah, Erena's super sweet. And I follow Carmen and Joi and Clifton and Erana on social media. And I have seen, and I think Ashley on Instagram as well. And I have seen pictures with all of those ladies together. Even Monique was hanging out with them as well. I don't know if Monique still does though, but I've seen pictures with Carmen and Erana and Joi in them together for sure. So Joi and Erana have been, Carmen and Erana have been around each other. Anyway, Joi gets on this tangent about how, you know, they had to say that ish event and things get messy. And she said, you know, Ashley's friends with Charelle, and then she brought up Winter, and she was talking about they went to the Silva's house. The Silva's had like a seafood giving event, and the men were shooting pool and drinking, and the girls were all at the bar talking, and they were talking about Charelle's wig at the Say That Ish event. And then Carmen's like, well, where was Charelle? Charelle was not there. And so I guess Alicia was talking about the girl, and so Joi has a problem with Alicia, but Joi also feels like Alicia is hers with Ashley, so Ashley's gonna be talking ish also, and Ashley and so Carmen's like, well, who want to be the HBIC? And so she was like, starts with the first letter of the alphabet, and then she was like, well, it's two of them. And so Joy's like, oh, we ain't worried about the sidekick. And my thing is this, Joi. Now, we all know from Ready to Love that Joi is not a girl's girl, granted. And you ain't got to talk bad about people to be a girl's girl. But for me, Joi, you're sitting here talking about Alicia. Like, you're creating an issue with Alicia and Ashley. In my opinion, you're talking about them. So, the thing she's criticizing them for, she's doing the same thing in this moment with Carmen. So, I don't really get it. Like, everybody talks about, as far as I'm concerned, y'all, let me tell y'all how I feel about it, okay? As I adjust this camera, everybody talk about everybody, okay? And when that's just how it is. That's how life works. Everybody talks about everybody. There's some people who don't talk about people. I'm not saying that, okay? But I'm just saying that at some point in time in life, everybody talks about everybody, okay? Like, I'm talking about there's people on this show that I don't even know. Long as you can, you know, back up what you said or say, yeah, I said it, I was joking, or I was having a kiki, or that's what it looked like to me, then that's fine, right? Joi proceeds to say that, you know, she told the girls like, oh, well, that don't look, you know, that perceived as y'all being fake or messy or shady, whatever word she used. Y'all know y'all got to use the right words on this show. She said, because like, I'm not calling y'all messy or nothing, but if somebody came in and heard, it would sound like y'all being messy because y'all talking about her. She not even here and all that. And I'm like, but you're doing the same thing right now, Joi. You're doing the same thing. So, Like, no, like, what are we doing? Like, Joy trying to act like she above all the gossip girl drama, but she really not. In my opinion. If y'all see it a different way, please let me know in the comments. So I didn't particularly care for that scene because I feel like it was just setting up for the drama with Ashley and Alicia with Joy. We're going to see later on in the season, the big blow up at the Christmas party, right? And so, like Joy says, she's only really close with Erana. Is the only one she really has in the group. And she don't even want to be, with the group like that. She just want to be hanging out with Clifton. And she don't even know Charelle like that. And anyway, I'm just like, Joy, either stay out of it or don't, girl. I don't know. Anyway, then we get down to the Silva's house, right? So DJ Quick's had some health scares. He sounded like he had a frog in his throat, y'all. And actually, we cooked some food. And the manager, I forgot his name, that's usually there. And then the other girl that was working with Ashley as her assistant, I can't think of her name. The one that was crying about Alicia's accident. I can't think of her name, but she was there at the table as well as Antonio and Ashton, I believe is the little girl's name. I love those little glasses she wears. She's so pretty. Anyway, Silva says he feels like they've been slacking on getting the family together, and the way his manager organizes his life, they want to organize their kids' life, so they give their kids contracts. They're trying to get their kids to do their chores and all that good stuff. Y'all know how that stuff go. And so they're getting on the kids, and the kids don't want to sign, but of course they got to do their chores, right? And Antonio, I guess he needs stuff spelled out for him. And DJ Quick is worried about the kids becoming, especially Antonio, becoming spoiled and then becoming entitled. So he's trying to nip it in the bud. And I almost said, here we go. Here we go. So they did show a clip with Jamie and Quick talking at the boxing gym and talking about Quick was talking about how he doesn't want Antonio to become entitled, and he could see him turning into that point. And so they decided to meet up somewhere with both of their sons to, talk to them and all that. So we're going to see that later on, right? And so the other thing they want Antonio to do is wake himself up. We've seen DJ Quick and Ashley Silva have this debate about getting Antonio up in the morning. DJ Quick wants him to get himself own stuff up in the morning. Ashley feels like she's still, they'll be responsible for it until he turns 18. I agree with both of them. I agree with Ashley that as a parent, she does need to make sure he gets to school until he graduates high school. However, life doesn't work like, okay, I've been waking up my kid all this time, but once he graduates and the next day he goes to college, then he'll know how to wake himself up automatically, even though I've been doing it the whole time until he graduated. Like, no, he needs to start working on it now, like DJ Quick said. So I think it's both things that can be true at the same time. Like, he needs to learn to get himself up, whether it's setting it, why he can't set the alarm on his phone and we move on. Like, why do we have to have this discussion? Granted, I'm not a parent, but come on. I had my own real alarm clock when I was a teenager and probably younger than him. So, in my opinion, there's really no excuse for that. I think also, Ashley can go check in and see if he got up sometime. She can do that, but but he does need to learn responsibility of getting himself up. I agree. I agree with both of them, y'all. Anyway. And we talked about this the last time they brought it up on the show, so we don't need to go into it any further. So, Ashley told him to say yes, yes, Queen Mother and all that. So then, let's see, we get to the part with Erana. She is launching her new wig line, which is so exciting. Shout out to Erana. Congrats, girl, doing your thing, using this platform, okay? Erana's wigs are great. She looks great in them, so this is a perfect lane for her to be in. She should definitely do a makeup line. A clothing line would be good because, she puts her clothes together very well. Her and Jamie are best dressed on the show, hands down. No contest, okay? So she meets with the girl she's collaborating with, and they're figuring out what they need to do and get done. And Ashley comes. Ashley said, she's excited and happy for Erana doing this, and she's never tried on wigs before. So she's, interested to see how this is going to go. And I said to myself, y'all, don't this lady wear wigs? So how she never tried wigs before? am I tripping? Let me know in the comments. Or maybe she wear weaves and has a leave out. Maybe that's what's going on. Anyway, who knows? Joi also came. Joi said she's excited to try on these expensive wigs of Erana. She's so proud. She said, she used to have a hard time in front of the camera, but she lives there now. So you better tell it, Joi. And so the ladies were talking, and Erana said she's going to invite Charelle. She feels bad that every time they get together, they got to be fighting and the yang and all that. And Ashley was like telling her, well, girl, you need to just stay out of the stuff. And Joi was like, well, Erana was trying to, say what happened and all that, but, And so, Erana, she is going to extend the olive branch of inviting Charelle to the wig launch party or the fashion show, whatever it was, y'all. It was a nice event, though. And so, they talked about winter. They talked about the Say That Ish event, and how it started out going well, but then they went off track. And they were like, oh, Erana asked Joi, are you going to come to Winter's Emancipation Party with me? Joi said, no, she's not going to come, but it should be fun. Ashley was like, don't you want to come? One singer to another singer. Joi said, who sings? It's shady, Joi. See, that right there was shady. You shady too. We all shady. It's fine. I know I'm shady, okay? My family always, my mama called me Shady Brandy, and I ain't ashamed of it, okay? I'm shady. And what? Whatever. So, just Ashley's like, well, don't you want to help her out? She's like, oh yeah, she's gonna sing her song, her EP, right? Her EP. So, she's like, yeah, don't you want to help her out? One singer to another singer, tell her, she pitchy or whatever. And she was like, oh, well, I'm sure, we got people in this group that's gonna critique her and tell her what's up. I don't need to go do that. And so I feel like Joi is trying to play this role of like, I'm not messy, I'm not in the mix, I'm not shady, I ain't saying nothing out of turn, I ain't gossip girl, I ain't talking about nobody. But in reality, you are, okay? So anyway, so they basically talk about, Winter's event and the wig launch and all that good stuff. Okay, so then next scene was good, y'all, with Big Jamie, Lil Jamie. I started calling that boy Lil Jamie. What is his real name? Do he go by James Jr.? James the second? Anyway, and then Quicksilver and his son Antonio. So they go, I don't know what area of DC they went to, y'all. If you live there, let me know in the comments. But they went over there. Quicksilver's like, oh yeah, that's blood on the ground. Looks like blood on the ground. And so, Quicksilver is basically telling the fellas, you don't want to end up unalived. You don't want to end up in jail. You want to be on track. We want to make sure you're not becoming spoiled and entitled. And I will give Quicksilver his props for not bringing up Lil Jamie's faults behind his back. He had Lil Jamie there to kind of help with mentoring his son, showing him the way. So that was actually a really good scene. And, Quicksilver basically explained, what could happen. And, they asked Lil Jamie, how old were you when you first started getting in trouble? He said he was 15, and Antonio's 15 right now. And Lil Jamie said he was hanging around with the wrong crew, guys who'd be running the streets, shooting up and stuff. And it just wasn't, a good crowd to be in. He said he realized how it affected his family. Big Jamie also said the counseling is really helping him and Lil Jamie and made their relationship stronger. Lil Jamie now has a job. He's doing good. He shared with us that he's a teacher's aide now, or student aide. Probably the same thing. So anyway, and he's working with kids who, basically like troubled kids. I'm assuming they have some kind of disability or they go to alternative school or something like that. And basically they don't do well learning in a regular classroom environment. And so he said it was really, really cold one day, and he had on his big puffy coat, and he noticed some of the kids had on the thin hoodie sweaters. I hate seeing that, especially at my school, in my classroom. Oh, I hate it. But, sometimes it's not a lot you can do, but thank God Lil Jamie put together, thought in his mind, put together his resources and decided to have a coat drive his third day there. So that is a really awesome shout out to Lil Jamie for, getting his life on track, really taking counseling seriously and doing the work in his life and, working on his relationship with his dad, and Big Jamie working on their relationship as well. And, you know, little Jamie is helping kids who probably he could relate to. He might see himself in those kids, right? And he's helping them with what they need. So it doesn't get any better than that. He's giving back to his community. So shout out to little Jamie, okay? And so basically, little Jamie was, you know, telling Antonio, like, yeah, you don't want to end up in the wrong crowd. You want to do the right thing and all this stuff. And Quicksilver is happy that, like, you know, little Jamie can tell his son good stuff because he told little Jamie stuff, and he's glad it didn't fall on deaf ears. So that was a pretty cool scene, I thought, y'all. Okay, so let's get into the Charelle want to be a matchmaker scene. So Charelle and Black have a podcast called Friends Who Smash. I actually wouldn't mind listening to that. And they decided to invite Winter and their friend, I want to say his name was Yusuf, I don't know. Anyway, onto the show because they're both divorced people and they're trying to hook them up. Now, Charelle's like, now, if they don't work out, don't blame me. So they were asking them different questions on the podcast, and she told Winter to look her best because they were trying to, you know, set them up. And so Winter was explaining, like, with her previous divorce, it was harder because they met as like teenagers. There was a lot of infidelity, a lot of stuff going on she had to deal with. But then this recent divorce from Kevin, where is Kevin at? Because he was entertaining last season. Anyway, it was a little bit easier for her, minus him not signing them papers though, but he did. And then Yusuf was talking about how divorce is really hard for him. He went to like the Bat Cave for like a year. It's really hard also because the only family he had in DC was his wife and his child. So it's really hard for him. He was asking Winter, you know, what changed from 6 years ago when she got a divorce to now. Like, what was the difference? I'm thinking she must have divorced the first husband 6 years ago. Because Kevin was not 6 years ago. Anyway, she was just saying like certain things she don't subscribe to anymore. I don't really remember exactly what she said because, girl, we ain't gonna forget how you got with Kevin not knowing where he lived last year, girl. So whatever. Anyway, but you changed, Winter. I'm gonna let you have it. So we could see, I guess, Winter and Yusuf was hitting it off, and Charelle and Black was like, we was just sitting there, like they was really hitting it off, and you know, they could tell they've been set up, and so they were like, so do y'all want to date? Like, y'all were ready to date? Y'all want to date each other? Then they got all obvious with it. I was like, y'all supposed to naturally let them connect, okay? But you know, that would be a good look, Winter. Like, that guy was nice looking. So, you know, work it if it worked, Winter. Charelle looked really pretty. And that yellowish green dress in her confessional look, I really like that on Charelle. I'm trying to do my best to find more positives about Charelle, and I'm still trying to give her a chance, y'all. I'm still on the fence. I liked her more this episode than I did the previous episodes, okay? I think she comes off a little bit abrasive or something. I don't know. Anyway, then we get to Erana's wig launch party. Okay, so one of Erana, you know, Erana got in there. She moving stuff. She working, okay? One of the one of the models dropped out, y'all. So she called Ashley, and Ashley says she'll be there. She's like, be on time. So Erana started freaking out, though, as the event was getting ready because Ashley was running late, of course. But she said she had already found somebody else when, you know, 4:35, she found somebody else. So then Ashley was like, well, let me sit down and get my curls touched up. She told the lady to invoice her. I was cracking it. Erana looked so pretty. I love that little bobby wig she had on with the curls at the end. And so Charelle and her husband came to the event. Charelle complimented Erana. She said, wow, this event really came out nice. Like, I was spectacle to come. I was shocked when Erana called me, but this is really nice. Like, you know, she gave Erana her props, and that was real cool and big of Charelle. So that right there won me some more points for Charelle for sure. Actually, I will say something about Charelle I do like, y'all. There's something about her I do like. That blue and that wig and that makeup, Charelle was on point. Now, that was on point. She looked really good. So they had the fashion show, y'all. You know, the models was coming through. They had that red bob with the bangs. When Erana had that wig on, she looked like Kelly Rowland to me, y'all. When she was playing in that wig earlier in the episode. The girl that came through with the blonde, that was real cute. Yeah, all the wigs were good. The event looked like it turned out well. Everybody was, proud of her. Everybody's taking their videos. She said Joi and Clifton were sick. She said Joi better not have a gig later on that night. She gonna take their word for it. Okay, I hope Joi wasn't lying. I don't think she was. So then anyway, at the end of the event, we see Alicia, Ashley, and Charelle and Erana talking, and Alicia's like, "Oh, look at you two," talking about Charelle and Erana standing next to each other, getting along. I never thought I would see that. And Ashley was like, "Yeah, I was so proud when Erana called me and asked me for Charelle's number." And I was just like, "Oh," she's like, "Oh, yay, like they're making progress." I'm like, "Oh, y'all doing the most." So Erana was like, "Yeah, we gotta get together, not be fighting and having issues and move forward." And she's like, "I did want to talk to you for a minute." She's like, without the girls around. So we see Erana and Charelle go to the back to talk, and Erana said, "I didn't think you would get so heated by me calling your husband shady. That was not my intentions to upset you." And Charelle's thing is like, "Girl, like if I call Jamie shady, you will get mad." Now that's a good point, Charelle. She's like, "So I don't know how she think that wouldn't upset me." Erana, that wasn't her intentions. Now I don't think those are Erana's intentions to upset her. I think she truly summarized what Joi said by just calling him shady, which is technically what Joi said without saying it. Like, just like call me shady without saying I'm shady. That's all that happened, y'all. So anyway, Charelle, she did compliment Erana on the event and said, we can move forward and all that good stuff. So the girls, they hugged it out, they worked it out, and she told her she was proud of her, and they moved forward, okay? So then later on we see, everyone's taking pictures, eating, drinking, having a good old time. And we see Erana, Charelle and her husband Black, Ashley and Alicia, and Erana, everybody standing around. And then Jamie come over there. He's like, this event you got, now you can tell Jamie been drinking now. He's like, this event you got going on, it look good, everything's good. But, we got to get back to doing our social media content, our videos. They do the TikTok and all that. And so he's like, we got to get down to creating our content. So I guess Erana ain't been making enough TikTok videos for him, okay? And I follow them on Instagram and I see their TikTok videos. I don't have TikTok though, y'all. So I'm thinking about getting it though. But I probably won't be making no videos, to be honest. Who knows? Maybe I will. Never say never, right? So he's like, yeah, you need to get back to making these videos. And he's like, yeah, you need to get back to work. You need to give me 2 hours of your day to make these videos. Am I clear? And so then all the ladies are taking it back like, oh, I need a drink. Cheryl's like, can you give me a whiskey? I need a whiskey. I need a whiskey. I need a drink. Ashley was like, oh my God, like what? And then she was like you talking like that? Like they're all shocked that he's talking to her like that, right? So then Jamie's like, I don't care what none of y'all got to say. Y'all can go on. Y'all can go home. Y'all can leave. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. So he started going off on the ladies. And so Erana's like, no, they don't have to leave. And Erana, her professional, was like, why are you coming over here talking to me like this, sir? And that's my thing, Jamie. Now, granted, Erana, you better get back down to the TikTok and quit playing. However, you could have waited till she got home to be like, girl, these wigs is cute, but you need to get back down to the TikTok, okay? Yes, Jamie had been drinking. No, the scene did not look good. However, I think, like we saw last year, right? Erana and Jamie have been married 26 plus years now. They have a certain way they communicate and talk to each other that other people would not understand. So I feel like the ladies might have blown it out of proportion. Granted, I wasn't there in the scene, but based on what I seen on the TV, like now they about to crucify Jamie, saying he talking to Erana crazy, just like last year. He about to get a bad rep. Like it wasn't that deep. If Erana wasn't, I mean, she gonna talk up to him about it next episode, but like Let her be offended by her husband. If y'all offended, y'all talk about it amongst yourself. But they was just like, oh, and then Ashley's like, oh, my husband don't even talk to me like that. Like, Raina, you want to deal with that, but I'm not dealing with that. Like, it didn't take all that for me. It didn't take all that for me. But that's just me. Like, I would just stay out of married people's business. And they grown married, okay? Next episode, we're going to see DJ Quick talk to Jamie about his drinking and his anger. He wasn't even at the event. I don't like this direction of this season where one couple is on the moral high horse and trying to guide the other couples on what they should and should not do. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. And you could deduce who I'm talking about when I say that, okay? I don't like it. But anyway, we're going to watch the next episode, see what happened, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And let me know what y'all thought of the episode. Talk to y'all later. Bye.